Living in London was something I just knew I had to do in my 20s, but it still took me many years to actually make the move. Now I'm coming up to 4 years living in London and feel that it's actually a place I can call home. But was it worth it, and would I do it again? Because I have felt in awe of this city when I cycle across the Thames and take in Tower Bridge, but also crushed by London when I'm overheated and crammed into the Central Line, tightly gripping my phone. It's been a constant push and pull, and this city does not make it easy. So this is me sharing my raw, unfiltered perspective, and of course, I'm just one of 9 million people living here, so you can decide if moving to London is worth it. I've structured this video to capture all the different lessons this city has taught me. Let's begin. Lesson 1. London is full of possibility. This city has taught me an abundance mindset. It feels like everyone is always working on something in this city, or at least wants something more, and not in a materialist way, but in an abundance way, like I want more for myself. It makes you also believe that you can want more for yourself and go after what you want, and that it might even happen. Life feels big here, which is a feeling I really love. For me, I've found all of these different creative types here. They're all just doing their thing, plugging along, pushing forward with their own little dreams and desires. It feels like they're really trying to make something of themselves and live a life that is authentic to who they are, but also not letting small-mindedness or limited beliefs stop them. And all of these people doing their thing act as inspiration and push me to go after what I want, which is how it's helped cultivate this abundance mindset. Speaking of going after what you want, please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. It really helps the channel, and leave a comment if you think London might be in your future. Lesson 2. London demands you bring it. This city has taught me grit and resilience. This place is not easy. Like, it is a difficult place to live in. It's financially draining, it's overstimulating, and it is certainly not going to be for everyone, and that's okay. I don't necessarily think London is better or worse than anywhere else. I think it has its own pros and cons, and you just have to weigh them up and decide if it's something that you want. Of course, not wanting to live in London is very different to not being able to afford to live in London, because there are very real economic pressures and a housing affordability issue in this city, and so I just wanted to hold space for that. So this city is difficult and it demands a lot from you. And in the face of making a life for myself here, it has taught me a great deal of resilience and confidence in myself. I now have a belief in my ability to move through the world and handle things that I didn't necessarily think I was capable of before. You really do get out what you put in here, and I feel like this city has really taught me that I'm capable of so much more than I expected, which is a really nice lesson. Lesson 3. London is a melting pot of humans. This city has taught me to embrace them all. In London, you meet so many different people from so many different places and from so many different walks of life. All of these people have different interests, different life goals, different needs, different desires. There's a whole heap of people to meet here and embrace. Learning about all of these different people's lives and their life choices and the different routes they're taking through life has taught me that I can have different life goals and surround myself with more people in line with what my life goals are, instead of maybe what I was told to want by society's expectations. It's also such an incredible feeling to meet and connect with new people, which I feel you have so many more opportunities to do so in such a transient city with people coming and going all the time. Some people might be friends for life, some might be just for a season. Either way, there are so many people in this city to meet and truly connect with. Lesson 4. London is always busy. There is a serious sense of hustle and things moving really fast here. All my friends have said this too, especially when we get back from holidays and we've been somewhere really relaxing and we arrive in London and all of a sudden start feeling our hearts racing and our bodies moving faster, like our walks get faster, our decisions become quicker. It's a serious London pace, and you will get swallowed up by it whole if you don't actively decide to go against it. So this city has definitely made me kind of embrace a meditation practice more and force myself to slow down at every possible moment that I remember to. So I try to make myself conscious of it, because otherwise I'll easily get swept up in it. The good news is, to move through that hustle and bustle, I love that it's such a walkable city and getting around is relatively easy. I walk a lot, I lime a lot, and then I also get the tube or the bus. So although you'll be stuck in the hustle and bustle pace, you'll be able to move through it easily. Lesson 5. Londoners are obsessed with the weather, and I actually understand why. Because this city has taught me that leaning into seasons is such a special part of life. Spring is great, summer pops off, autumn is super cozy, winter is tough. That's a fact. The rain in London is ultimately fine. It doesn't really stop me from doing much. Like in Australia, when it rains, like you are stuck indoors. It's quite torrential. Versus here, it is like a light drizzle. You can still go about your day. I often don't even take an umbrella with me because it's so light, but at least you're not getting completely drenched, at least not all the time. Plus, all the buildings are built for winter, so there's plenty of space to take off your wet coats and put your umbrella aside and get really warm and cozy. As cozy as it can be, winters are tough because of the darkness. The sun will set at 4 p.m. and not rise until 8 a.m. So you've got a very small window to enjoy sunshine, and that's on the days when the sun does want to make an appearance, because it's usually very overcast, grey and foggy. And then when the sun does rise, I feel like it doesn't get properly sunny until lunchtime, and then by that time the sun's about to set 2 or 3 hours later, so it can feel very grey and dark during the winter, which I think is what makes it tough. But then spring comes around, and then summer comes around, and the sun is out till 10 p.m, and that is incredible. But I am really getting over the London winters. They are taking a toll on me. And while the winters are really tough, the only advice I have is to lean into the seasons, to light candles, to read books, to go to the sauna, do wintry activities, and make plans with friends to meet up and embrace the cold together. Lesson 6. London always has something new. This city has taught me to never stop exploring. And as someone who loves exploring and a sense of adventure, I get so much of that here, which is what I really love about this city. In fact, the list of things I can do actually continues to grow, even though I keep trying to get through them all. I love novelty, I love shiny things. I'm like a little magpie, and I just want it all. New restaurants, new galleries, new exhibitions, new shows, new theaters. I want to see it all. There really are endless things to do here, and that can actually be quite overwhelming. I remember my first few months, I was really struggling to book things in because there were so many options. It was like I got decision fatigue. So you really do have to be on top of everything and book things in, like just commit to the bit. Otherwise, life goes on without you, and that exciting thing you wanted to explore will be gone. Also, I feel like committing to something pushes you out of your comfort zone, and you try something that you might not have otherwise tried, and once you've booked it in, you're almost like holding yourself accountable to follow through and get out and explore. Those are my 6 lessons. Now let's run through some tips for moving here. Find your people, build community, and surround yourself with like-minded humans. If they're not right for you, don't worry, don't force it. There are so many people to meet here and enjoy the company of. Make sure you find the right ones. Create routines and stick to them. This is what helps you feel less alone and more grounded in such a big city. Find your little corners of safety and make time and space to go and visit them. For example, mine is Victoria Park, and when I'm having a really bad day, I always make sure I go out for a walk in the park because it's just a really grounding space that makes me feel really happy and safe. Decide what's important to splurge versus save money on. If a daily coffee is what gets you out of the house, amazing. Go and splurge on that. If you're not a huge foodie, amazing. Save money and eat at home. Go out after your meal to do whatever the experience, movie, theatre might be. After you move here, give yourself a proper chunk of time to actually make it feel like home. Take it slow. There is a very natural desire to rush through things and do it all at once, but you've got plenty of time, and I think forcing yourself to rush through it all is really overwhelming. But you also want to balance taking it slow with actually committing to stuff and doing it. You don't want to get to the end of your experience living in London or a new city and realize you never actually got around to doing all of those things you wanted to do. Give yourself a financial buffer. This is going to help a lot and make the move less stressful because there are so many unexpected costs that come up, and having to all of a sudden figure out the money is going to obviously be very stressful. It's like on Grand Designs when they never have enough money to finish the renovation project. Don't be those people. Overestimate how much you need and then add an extra buffer so that you're comfortable when those unexpected expenses come up. Make sure you have a UK bank account. I didn't have this and it added a lot of stress to my first weeks when I was here. You can set one up online with like Monzo, Revolut, or I think even Wise. That's just going to mean when you need to transfer money around to another UK bank account, you can do that really quickly, particularly for finding a rental. Get a water filter when you first arrive because the water here sucks. And then also get a water filter for your shower because it is going to absolutely destroy your hair and skin. The hard water in London is not good. So if you're still wondering whether moving to London is worth it, then I honestly think you already have the answer. If you're really seriously considering it, then that's answer enough. But did I think the move was worth it? Despite all of its flaws, of which it has plenty, it has given me such tremendous personal growth. Like, I've learned so much about myself and I feel so different to the person who moved here. Plus, as someone who loves adventure and shiny new things and exploring and a real buzzy energy, I've been able to live my values day to day by being here. So that's also made it an incredible experience and has completely made moving to London worth it, meaning I would totally do it again.